Hi and welcome back to Quinmapa Creations tutorial videos. Today I'm going to show you how I make earrings with using my bottle cap, image cabs that I make. I use size 11 beading needles, size 0 9mm nylon beading thread, some fusible interfacing Pellon, and size 11 seed beads. The colors that are in the cab that I'm using, and sketch pad paper to back the beadwork. I make these epoxy sticker cabs and also sports logo cabs that I use in several of the items I make. Choose the cab that you want and the colors and the beads that match it, and then you're just going to cut the Pellon and the sketch pad paper the size that you want to use for your earring. The cab you will put in the middle of the Pellon, and make sure you have enough room for as many rows as you would like to put around it. Today I'm going to make a pair of Seahawk earrings. I use the E6000 glue. I've glued the cab down to my Pellon, and I'm going to just do a basting stitch to attach the sketch pad paper to the back of the Pellon. Give it a little more sturdy stability. The sketch pad paper is a lot thicker than just regular paper, and it makes a flatter surface to keep your beads flat, especially when you're doing a 2-needle around the Pellon. Around the cab. So just baste that stitch all the way around. And then once you get that, then you're just going to start your first row of beads. I usually do just a solid color, one of the colors that are in the design of the cab, one that's going to bring out the design that I'm using. And so this one I'm going to just use a solid white because of the Seahawk design. Will make those other colors stand out a little better. And then get a sewing needle and then do that 2-needle method, sewing down every 2 beads, keeping the beads right up snug to the cab all the way around. You just make sure that they're just right up snug next to it, so there'll be no gap between your beadwork and the beading cab, and just go all the way around and make sure it's nice and flat and tight. And once you have that first row down, then you're just going to come back up and start your second row just right next to the first one, and that's when you're going to start your design. And I use all the colors that are in the cab, and just create a simple little design, and just doing the row by row until you get the beading cab. Finish the design that you're making, or get it large as you want it to be. You can look on the beadwork sites and you can see many people's different designs and how they create different looks to their gems and beading cabs. Pinterest has a lot too, if you want to look them up. So then you're just going to sew all the way around on that next row and continue on with the design around the cab, sewing down 2 beads at a time. And once you finish the design, then you're going to cut off the Pellon and sketch pad paper all the way around, close to the beadwork. I just set my scissors against the beads and cut. Be careful and be sure not to cut the threads of the last row that you sewed. When you're sewing that row, you need to make sure your needle threads are close to the cab. So then glue a piece of cardboard on, keeps the earring flat, and the beadwork doesn't buckle. And just cut the leather around a bit. The earring, just the same size, you're just going to cut it right up to the edge of the earring. And then once you have that leather cut, you're going to just do an edging all the way around. You can do any kind of edging you want, but I'm going to just do a single bead edge. So I just want to attach the layers together. I don't want to take away from the design or the Seahawks logo that's in the cab that I'm using. So just a one bead at a time edge that will go all the way around, and get the edging all the way around to the end and attach the edging together as normal, going through the last bead or the first bead that was there, and go through the first bead and then go back through all 3 layers of the earring to come up to the front of the earring. Just gonna do a little stabilizing there, and then I will go back through, kind of look and see where I want the hook loop to go. Come back on the other side, tighten up the earring wire, and then put on the amount of beads that I want to make the loop out of. I usually use either 8, or in this case I used one of each color. I go back through the earring all the way to the front side, come up in between, actually no, it's not to the front side, it's coming up in between the leather and the pellon beadwork, and going back through the loop to reinforce the loop. So I'm coming up in between the leather and the beadwork and going back through the loop, and I will go back down through the leather and the pellon, coming out the back side of the earring. So that's putting my string that I have in the loop basically on both sides of the leather. And then when I come back and go back to the back side of the earring, I will have 2 run-throughs of the loop. Kind of just reinforces it. And then because I'm on the back side, I will just that shows that my thread is on both sides of the leather. And I just come back through to the front side, in between the leather and the beadwork, and that's where I'll tighten knot. Just push it down in between the leather and the beadwork so that you can't see it. And that will be it. Just snip that off. It's real quick and easy, and you can really get creative with the different colors of the cabs if you want to use them. I use them for many things. My hats, card holders, keychains, retractable badge holders. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I hope this gave you enough information. If it hasn't, just go ahead and get a hold of me, contact me, or come by and join our group, Creation Corner on Facebook, Beading Circle, where we do a lot of teaching and sharing. Or you can go to my website, www.quinwapacreations.com. Thanks for stopping by. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.